talking about copper, I would really want you to understand that you absolutely can overcome things like horrible symptoms that coming with fibroids, polyps, endometriosis, PMS, PCOS, a lot of things that the medical world or doctors make us feel so hopeless. The thing is, it's very, very important to understand that it is simpler than it looks. I really love to do good type of testing, and in my posts and in my videos, I always say that the test that you make in your regular doctor's office totally different from the tests that are available to you if you want to go deeper into what's going on. And I can tell you, you can absolutely recover and create miracles in your body even without testing. The testing just gives you like shortcuts. It really helps you to understand your own body, what needs to be done first. And it's not a rocket science. I can tell you that with any problems in our body, we don't need to cure it. We need to clean our body. We need to remove everything that doesn't belong in there. And we need to nourish it, give it some building blocks so it could recover fast. We just look at our body and we think that it's some kind of broken thing. It's very powerful. It is amazing. It's a creation of God. This is like a vessel. This is like a spaceship, and we treat it like a crappy car. That's the only problem we have. Any type of female problems, when we talk about ovaries, when we talk about womb, a lot of things, there is a lot of toxicity that's coming from our intestine. And I talk about in my videos. You can look at my other videos on my YouTube channel, amazing videos when I tell you what is going on, how the parasites, yeast, bacteria, they literally poison your body. They affecting your mind, they affecting your hormones, they poisoning your liver, they're affecting your hormones. They create the cravings, they literally attack your mind. But I don't want to go too much into these because you can watch my other videos on YouTube. And today I want to talk to you. That is the elimination phase. We're making it simple. The other one is getting the minerals. Getting the minerals, balancing those minerals, it's absolutely essential. This is how our bodies can recover rather fast, especially if you tried everything and nothing is working. So I'm gonna, of course, give you practical tools. I really do see the connection between copper that is biounavailable, and a lot of people right from the start is going to tell me there is a big movement saying we need copper, that copper is essential, and I absolutely agree that we need copper. Copper is essential, but there is a connection between copper, estrogen dominance, the estrogen, dirty estrogen that drives problems like symptoms like endometriosis, polyps, fibroids, PMS, PCOS. There is either overabundance of that estrogen, or you can go to doctor's office that they can measure your estrogen, they tell you it's fine. But when I do, again, functional testing, I do the Dutch test, I see the metabolites. Your estrogen can take dirty, naughty pathways, and it can be metabolized by your body, be reabsorbed by your body, and become pretty toxic, even if you do not have too much of it. You can have low progesterone, you can have normal but dirty estrogens, and it's going to create so many problems that we call female problems in that in those sexual organs. It's unbelievable. And I always say, if you have a part of your endocrine system, which, glands that are producing hormones, thyroid, ovaries, pancreas, if you have problem in one of these areas, you always have problems in others. You can't just have problems with your ovaries, endometriosis, but everything else is fine. Everything fine with your brain, digestion, your pancreas, your liver, everything works fine. Endometriosis, polyps, fibroids, any hormone-related issues like these, thyroid issues always relate to problems in your brain, because brain is your commander-in-chief. It tells your organs what to do, and your liver. And there is no reliable good tests available to check your liver health until it's like really failing, and we can test, those elevated markers. But liver can be struggling, working 30% for years, for like, I want to say hundreds of years, but we're not there yet. For like a decade before they tell you in a doctor's office something wrong with your liver. So please, let's do smart testing, please. Things like estrogen through Dutch tests, there are tools available there. They just don't want us to know about those. There is HTMA. When we look at the minerals, when they get in the tissue, HTMA, it's at $165. And I can tell you the whole picture about your endocrine system. I can tell you what's going on in your body. It's absolutely amazing. And the thing in here, what we started to talk about, the copper and estrogen problems and the polyps, endometriosis, fibroids, how it's connected to copper. And not only I've seen these on so many tests, it's so many women, so many tests I've been through, but I also seen this connection between copper, yeast, and estrogen problems in myself and my daughter. My daughter doesn't have estrogen problems because she's 6 right now, but I absolutely, when I do my test and her test, I absolutely see the connection. So what I used to have, and I always thought that I was low on copper, and all of my tests were showing that I was low on copper, low on iron, and probably from Marley Robbins, the copper moves iron. I had some parasites for sure. We all do. We all do, because our immune system playing too many games right now. So, but watch my YouTube videos and you'll see that I'm not talking just about a bunch of worms. I'm talking about very specific parasites. It can be one cell that create lots of problems for you. But the thing is, when I was thinking for so long that I was low on copper after the pregnancy, and I see exactly what I gave my daughter, what kind of microbiome. Again, there are almost no like our genetic problems, they come from microbiome. And I can argue about this for a long time. The way of thinking, our microbiome, that's what create our genetic problems. I do genetic tests. I know what I'm talking about. I have an experience in comparing all of these, because what I believe in, that we can find out the truth right where a lot of scientific theories touch each other, right? So my thing was not just study minerals, not just study microbiome, but and the psychology, energy healing. My thing was study all of these, what would you name it? All of these ideas, theories, combine them together and see how can we heal? What is the shortcut? And I created the system. I created shortcut, and now I share it in my Tree of Life. If you want to join, send me Tree of Life message. It's absolutely like anybody can afford it right now. I invite you to join me, because this is where you receive energy. This is where you restart your metabolism. That's where you cleanse your body. That's where we talk about psychology. That's where you gain confidence. That's where you turn your health around 360. It's absolutely amazing. So if you ready to send me a message. So back to copper. And this is not just from me talking, reading, research, which I did a lot because it touched me and my daughter. But I'll leave my mother and my grandmother, who died from breast cancer. My mom had full hysterectomy, not full, her ovaries saved. My mom had hysterectomy. I had, me, like, if you follow me, fibroids, endometriosis, not fibroids, I'm sorry, endometriosis, polyps, estrogen dominance, low progesterone, PCOS, IBS, you name it. So when I talk to you, I'm not just this cute lady who's just studied nutrition and then she decided to educate other people. I went through hell infertility problems. I have scoliosis big time. So when I talk to you, like, I went through hell, I went through hell, and I know how to recover. I look different. I was absolutely different person. And what was going on with my hormones, with my anxiety, with my depression, the person I was, you would never believe it. My relatives who know me, they would never believe it, because how good I was masking all of this shit. Excuse my French. Because we women, we're so good in masking this. We suffer silently. We don't even understand in how much pain we are, including mentally, until we know the different life. And I just don't want you to suffer by yourself anymore. So come to my tree of life. We can give you a new life, literally new body. And yeah, from a just herbal Russian cleanse, like, you can lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks if this is your goal. And don't listen to anyone that this is impossible, you have to gentle on yourself. No, play big, have amazing, amazing big goals, be a millionaire, have 6 kids, I don't know, dinner with Elon Musk. When you dream big, when you want big, this when things happen to you. Don't be be gentle on yourself. Give you a gift of health. Start doing something for yourself. But now I'm preaching. I need to become a priest. Now I don't want to do that. So send me messages if you want to talk to me about something, or just say just say hello. When you say hello, you get into this field. Or if you send me a heart, let me talk. I'm famous. No, I don't like to talk, but talk to me. So back to copper. Now I'm talking too much. My husband's gonna say, you promised me you're gonna make short videos. So yes. So I know it runs in my family, and I was thinking, like, how can I stop it? I don't want to give. When I started doing her tests for microbiome to her minerals, I'm like, holy moly, I gave her all of this stuff. My mom gave it to me. My grandma gave it to me. So we can manipulate the genes. I love you too. We absolutely can manipulate our body, our genes, our mind, the whole picture. Right now, I am so happy. I'm so energetic. I am so living a loving life. This is a person who came from a deep, deep depression, from hating herself, hating her looks, hating her body, having chronic illnesses. Even my back, my scoliosis is going away. One day I will share with you my back pictures, right? X-rays. But the thing is, it's yours. I promise you. What I'm good at is to, like, helping you to have that motivation too. So the thing about copper, let's go back to this. When I started looking at what I gave to my daughter, I'm noticing abnormal copper. She was so high in copper, and I'm like, where did she get it? I was always thought that I was low on copper. I did the test, and then I started to, after my second pregnancy, everything started to come out. I saw all of my HTMAs that I did over time, and I saw that what was going on with my liver. When I start working on my liver, when I start giving my liver what it needs to do, when the liver starts making that ceruloplasm, I start releasing all that copper that was stored in my body. And then I always thought that I need copper. And the funny part is that we need copper for energy. It's absolutely essential minerals. It can make you think differently. It's absolutely spiritual mineral. Like, you get into new awareness, like your pineal gland work differently. Your mitochondria need it. Like, you are absolutely need copper. But the thing is, what was before is my body was storing copper in the brain, in the liver, and it was not available for my body. So I had all of the symptoms of copper deficiency while I was copper toxic. And that copper, when it stores in the liver, prevents liver from working the way it needs to. It also always go hand in hand with yeast. So the more yeast you have in your body, the yeast poisoning the liver, the more bacteria, opportunistic bacteria you have in your body. We just need to go there and clean that stuff out. When you have too much of it, your liver becoming sluggish. It can't get rid of that copper. The virus is there. Like, how many women have herpes viruses? How many have what is the other one? I forgot. There are a lot of viruses. There are a lot of viruses, and all of that lives in liver. What a combination! And then there are like heavy metals. There is stored iron. The thing is, everything in our body needs to be used for something. There are a lot of processes, and it's not a rocket science to make it move again. We're just walking kind of like Tin Man, you know, that from that story. What is it? The Who tells me what was the name of the story? The Tin Man from Wizard of Oz, right? He couldn't walk because he got so rusty. That's what happening to us. The calcification, these metals, the essential metals, they're just not moving in our body. And so now, after I worked on my liver and it's not a rocket science, my body started using that copper. And now I saw in my HTMA, now it started shifting. Now it started moving. And when I combined the bacteria, the yeast particle, yeast, ladies, yeast is so nasty. The fungus is so nasty. You go to the doctor, they check, even my favorite GI map, not showing you the full picture of what's going on with yeast. You know, look at your tongue. Anybody, look at your skin, yeast infections, like a lot of things. Hair loss. Do you want to do video on hair loss, especially after COVID, and how to recover? At one time I lost 80% of my hair, and I can tell you, I can share. Let me know if you want this, if you're watching me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. If you want to know how to absolutely recover your hair, give me like something. Tell me like, yes, yay, let's do this, because I can do this video and you'll see the results. Absolutely. So back to copper. It is essential to balance that mineral. It is essential to balance all of the minerals in our body. Now we're going to talk about minerals like manganese, molybdenum, lithium, you know, potassium, sodium, not just your favorite, what is it? Magnesium. There are so many minerals. Iodine. Please don't be scared of iodine, even if you have thyroid issues, even if you have Hashimoto's. There is more and more research coming out that they were making the same mistakes they made about, you know, margarine before. The same mistakes they uh, were made about iodine. You don't need to be scared of iodine. They were actually, all of the iodine research were based on potassium iodide, the cheap form of it. But the thing is, what type of iodine, what are you doing with your cell is important. When it's not getting in your cell and cell can't detox because iodine pushing the things out, that's when we have problems. But I'm gonna make another video about it because people on my team is going to be upset about how long this video is getting. So do you understand? So now what can we do? Do the right type of testing. Do the HTMA 165, super affordable. You will say thank you to your body for doing this. I would do it for children too. You know, that's where copper, when you start dumping copper, that's where anxiety coming from, these imbalances. It needs, you know, there is always good and bad in any mineral. Everybody watch Marley Robinson thinking like copper is like our God and Savior. It's not this. It's not black and white. Okay. A lot of, and I see it on my daughter and myself, a lot of problems like this anxiety, that you're always anxious, headaches, when it's stored in the brain, it affects our body. It affects the whole body. When the adrenals, that fatigue, that anxiousness, you're very tired, you're very fatigued and anxious, you have all of this toxicity happening in your abdominal cavity. Ladies, we can we can overcome this. And you should not. You deserve to live better. Remember, your body is a spaceship. It's not a crappy car. We should treat it that way. It's amazing, but what can be done in this area? And when people come to me, I always say, I must give you energy first. I give you like your life back. and then we can work on this toxicity. And the foods, you're probably going to, if you read about people talking about like copper, endometriosis, a lot of them going to say that vegan is not good for you because it's very copper, like a lot of copper in it. But that's what I was. So I had copper toxicity. I always was lacking copper. So I wanted to have the foods that contain copper, like avocados. But at the same time, when you balance it, your body loses cravings. It's like sometimes you crave chocolate, not because of chocolate, because of copper. I had copper toxicity, but I couldn't use it. So I was like, I would sell my I wouldn't sell my soul body for chocolate, but I would sell my jewelry for chocolate if it come to that. It's amazing how a lot of the cravings, how a lot of things you think you can't overcome, is just like a little tweak in the minerals, and you're like, ooh, this is different. So what I'm trying to tell here, let's be smart. Let's do some tests. Talk to me. If reply to me with the tree of life. Let's talk about minerals in your liver and adrenals. It's essential. So what can you do for your liver? There is a cleanse. I absolutely love it. It's sorbitol and rose hip. You can recover your liver with that. Powder arco, any bitter herb like wormwood. It's amazing how you cleanse your cells, how you abdominal massage, hot foot baths, really good massage. I talk about this like a broken record. Watch my other YouTube videos. It can do wonders. Very hot foot bath. It can do wonders for endometriosis, polyps, fibroids. And along with this, good yeast protocol, good iodine protocol, systemic enzymes, the enzymes that you take on empty stomach. But you have to have I can't tell you the dosages right now because it's not medical advice and I'll get in trouble for this, right? But it's like double the dose that it on the I would do this if it was me. Systemic enzymes, those like a Pac-Man, they go in there and they eat those sick tissues, the sick cells, the one that's dead, you know. The methylene blue is absolutely amazing. Any yeast protocol, any yeast, you come to me, you can do it on your own. Any yeast protocol is going to be absolutely healing and beneficial for endometriosis, polyps, thyroids, because all of this crap comes from your intestines to your bloodstream, to your lymph, and it's all connected in the body. Within 15 minutes, your blood goes through your organs, your ovaries, your womb, your thyroid, your brain. And what does it leave there? When we look under microscope and blood and drop, it's amazing what we find there. It's like a soup, brewing soup of yucky stuff that doesn't belong there. Celandine. Things like you absolutely need a support to adrenals. Things like rhodiola, aloe vera. I would be a little bit like, that's why I'm telling you, 165, do HTMA, look how your adrenals are doing. Do the Dutch test. If you do the Dutch test, this is dry urinary test that tells you exactly what's going on. If you respect yourself, you need to do this stuff at least once. It's like, we go do our hair, our nails, do the good quality test on yourself to know yourself. Okay, so and if you get to my tree of life, instead of paying $650 for real good test that absolutely worth it, like Dutch test, you pay $250. And it's going to tell you everything you need to know about your adrenals, about your hormones and their metabolites, what's going on with your cells. If you do HTMA, you're absolutely going to find out what's going on with your metabolism, what's going on there, the metals there is iodine deficiency. Iodine deficiency, I see it in like 80% of people that coming to me. And when you fix that problem, oh my God, the life just like, it's absolutely different. Your body is absolutely different. So these things are absolutely connected. Then why I use psychology in all my one-on-one work, like from rapid transformational therapy to energy healing to really good like growth techniques in psychology, because our emotions, these yeast, these problems, they all affect our neurotransmitters, they all affect our brain. And that's where anxiety, depression coming from, because they're manipulating your neurotransmitters like dopamine, norepinephrine, you know, serotonin. All of a sudden, you're depressed, you're miserable. You want, what do you want? You want sweets. And what does sweets do? They feed the microbiome. Microbiome is like a live organism. They tell you what to do. They tell you how to live. It's amazing how you feel when you shut them up. And usually with ladies with these type of female problems, with any problems with their period, they have very toxic intestines. They have sugar cravings. Why? Because they have the microbiome that loves these type of foods. They love to manipulate their brain. It's very, very connected. And I know it might sound a lot, but it is so simple also. So another thing is the parents. A lot of time when we have endometriosis, polyps, fibroids, I see that a woman didn't separate from her mom or her dad. She didn't get the things she wanted from her dad. Her parents were toxic, and she still expect that love, sometimes approval, or she lets her mom tells her crap about her husband. So that means you didn't separate from them. You're still that little girl who depends on your parents' opinion, who can't become an adult. When you become adult, you don't care about other people's opinions. You're still polite, you still love everybody, but it doesn't hurt you that much. You're not that good girl who just looking at everybody and want to get their approval. I was one of them. That was so crazy. I gained confidence. I got my body back. I got my mind back. And that's what I teach in Tree of Life, because it's very connected. Do I even want to have sex with my partner? If you feel like something there is a still tension between you and your partner and you're having sex with him, it's like betraying yourself every day. It's very bad for your hormones. There is no libido, of course, but you get in bed with him. And there is so much crap and misconception about the sex life, sexual life, and how we should have libido to have it like twice a week. Nothing wrong with you if you don't want to have sex once a week. I promise you that. Especially if you don't feel like, sometimes you just want hugs and kisses, and you're looking that in the partner, and you don't get it. And then you have to have sex. And this is very bad for your body. So we get so much deeper into this, and I help you to how to overcome it. Do I usually do what I should instead of what I want? This is the biggest problem. I should. We create, or somebody else created these problems in our head that I should be, to be a good mother, I should do this. To be a good woman, I should do this. To be a good wife, I should do this. So I teach my ladies how you find your voice. Not the good mother that my parents think I should be, or my husband, or society, or school. What do you actually want? If you want to be a good mother, how do you want to be a good mother? Because there are conditions that schools put on us when we were little girls, and this is so far from truth. There is so much misconception in this world. There's so many lies. So don't think there's something wrong with you. Couple sessions with me, and you'll get that confidence to see where is the truth, your truth. Because look at the nutrition, look at everything that's going on in the world. There is not black and white. You can create your own rules and be confident about that. Okay? And a mission in your life. Do I think that I don't deserve to be a millionaire doing what I love? And some people saw that and got triggered, like, I don't want to be a millionaire, but that's your thing. Maybe yours gonna be 6 children. I don't know. It's just an example. I wanted to be a millionaire, and I always had this it's just an example of how many lies out there. So you need to find an example who did what you want despite of all of the rules, all of misconceptions, and follow them. But now it's just like I'm getting too far into the subject. Watch some of my other YouTube videos. Start doing something right now. Join my Tree of Life. Just send me a message. The key in overcoming what do you have in a health condition, like, I don't know, minor condition, relationship problems that you have, is stop eating all of the information that's available around, that's taking you too far from where you need to be. The key here is action. Think about of who you want to become. I don't know, close your eyes. Think about that sexy, I don't know, what is yours? Maybe not sexy, maybe healthy, maybe toned, maybe whatever, slim, whatever, absolutely energetic woman. Think about her. How can you become her? Who she is? How does she feel? And then write down the action plan. Go with the system. That's why I'm inviting you to my real life. But start doing steps. And I promise you, it's going to change everything. Because right now, I know how it is. We so got sucked into this watching webinar, watching YouTube, watching this, watching that. And we get excited and we do it for a couple days and we don't see the results. And we go to another system. I'm telling you the key right now. They all work if you do them. If you do them for some time and you tell me, I did this system with this person and it didn't work, that means you really didn't like what you were doing. It was just working against your body. It's like me going on paleo for so long. I was depriving myself of carbs because they said PCOS need to be healed that way. Because PCOS, endometriosis, IBS, you have to follow the rules. You have to count every little broccoli you eat. Now I'm a raw vegan and I absolutely love it. I do whatever I want with my body. I experiment so much. It's absolutely amazing because I changed it here. I'm so confident in everything I'm doing right now. And what I do, I help you to build your system. You don't have to follow the people rules. Start doing something. Send me some kind of message where you have questions. See how I can help. All right. Love you and leave you for now. Let me know. Let me know how you're doing, especially ladies in my Facebook group. I would love to hear your thoughts. What are the symptoms right now that you would want me to give your tangible steps to overcome? Like I can give you some of my protocols. I can give you the foods. Like I can share whatever you want with you. Tell me what would you like to hear. Allah. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.